Hi guys, welcome to the video. Soon a completely new ISO will pop out, right? The Kiro ISO. It's not going to be my private ISO anymore. It's going to be community ISO, and this is also something that I would not install by default on my machine. So you'll get an ISO that contains Timeshift. And if you have never heard about Timeshift, it's some kind of backup system that stores all your files in a certain area, certain place, where you can actually then, if something goes wrong, right? Let's hope not. If something goes wrong, you can actually, okay, here it is. So this is the backup, nice in nice colors and all that. So this is basically another device, another application, disk usage analyzer that shows us where everything is, visually, graphically, because things can go wrong, right? And that's the thing, the safety net, that's Timeshift, a safety net. If things go wrong, if you update your system and then you reboot and you say, oh my God, what, this is not working, that's not working. Then it's time to, and that's of course the prerogative, you need to have a snapshot point that you can restore. So this is the thing you need to create. And if there's something wrong, you say, I'm going to go back 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 15 days, right? It's just a restore button away and everything is fixed again. Let's start by creating one. So you see what's happening. It's going over all kinds of folders. You can deselect folders and include folders in the settings. I want this and this and this as well in there, or just the opposite, exclude it from the backup. So the thing is, all these restore points eat up space. But as you can see down here, I have a 4 terabyte SSD. It's gonna take him a while to eat up my hard disk. But if you have like, I don't know, 100 gigabyte, and you're gonna copy paste an operating system and again and again and again, right? At some point in time, it will be filled up with all the backups. So that's there. That's important. Now we leave it up to you to do the backups manually. We prefer that because it's your brain that says, wow, maybe I should back up things because I'm going to experiment with something. I'm going to do something that might cause issues later on. And I need to have a point to go back to, a snapshot point, right? So the thing is, that's not automatic, right? And by default, we say we don't recommend, but if you do, right, all you need to do is, let's make this bigger. All what you need to do is this. Each time, every single time you update your system, he's gonna make a restore point, right? It will make the installation longer because it needs to get time, right, to make a restore point. So that's up to you if you decide to have Timeshift auto snap or not. Automatically, if you forget about it, right, automatically it will just create more and more and more snapshots and will eat up your gigabytes on your hard disk. But if that's fine, then go ahead. There are two things to say here as well. We are not on BTRFS, we're on X4, so we are going to follow or fall back to rsync, right? And that's all that's there to say. In the sense that there is also settings as well. It's true. I do have an experiment waiting, so I have another system in here, a 1 terabyte and a 4 terabyte. There's 2 of them. And I was thinking at some point in time, when I have some time, I'll just tell to this guy, you are my backup, right? You are my Timeshift thing. At this point in time, it did not do that. And it's inside run, I think, where it puts all his backups. When do you want to schedule things? Just do it weekly. That's enough for me. Keep 3, etc. So all these settings are possible as well. Include, exclude. All right. Think it through. My personal advice, not that it matters, it's my personal advice. Don't have to follow it. my settings are in the cloud. Anything that really matters is inside home Erik, in my case, rsync, which is an application that syncs to Google Drive, OneDrive, and one other, I think. So if anything crashes for me, right, I take an ISO, well, USB basically, put in the USB over the ISO, and install again. I've got a clean machine, and then run my scripts, which are the ArcoLinux Nemesis scripts, sync the files from cloud. Done, right? Up and running in 15 minutes again with a clean machine advantage. So there's that. So this that's the big reveal. It's a community-driven ISO. It's not created by the community, but it's created for the community. So here it is. You'll have a fallback. You'll have a tool to set everything back if something goes wrong. Right? Cheers.